And you got the dragon's breath.
Okay, thank you so much.
What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls, obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only match.
You should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, you know, it's 2023. We should imply what color Santa's balls are.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So
Don't scare the snake.
these are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, I can hold it.
I'm gonna just support their body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to the stream.
Hello.
We
We
love
love
snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy. Okay, great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
All right, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah.
Okay. 420 is when you smoke
that's-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like, I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into like this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to. Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. They fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is like beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated? Wow, I'm a genius! Oh, planned! Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? For Tasha's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is.
Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys. Just a little bit. 3, 2,
Let's go, Nemo.
1.
Oh my god!
That was awesome.
That was so scary.
You did it. You did it.
Okay, thank you.
It was hot for like a brief second. Right? It was really brief second. And you got the dragon's breath.
Okay, thank you so much. What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls, obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only
Why
match.
you should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, it's 2023. We should imply what color Santa's balls are.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hand.
Alright, hello guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Good afternoon. It is actually a very nice day here in Toronto. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. I actually had a really busy day today. I'm planning so much different stuff, and next week I'm going to Vegas. And all at the same time, I'm like, okay, anyways, I hope you guys are well. Today we are doing Flex Friday, which basically means that If you win Flex Friday, you are going to win $100, which is going to be really cool. So, yeah, if you guys haven't yet submitted a game for Flex Friday, it is not too late to do so. In fact, we're going to start Friday in probably like 20 minutes. We're not even going to start it right now. But anyways, that is the plan for today. And then tomorrow, I am also going to be streaming around the same time, which is like 5:30. And we're probably going to have themes come back starting tomorrow. So today we're going to have to roll our wheel to see what themes we get. And then tomorrow we'll probably run an arena or on Sunday. Katsko actually bit me, so I've locked him out for now, and he's probably not welcome. He's 100% not welcome at this current time. I literally got home, I was out shopping, and then Katsko came around and then just bit me. So yeah. Katsko is locked out. He's not welcome. I even got him a little toy, and he didn't like it. Well, to be fair, he's very picky about his toys. But anyways, that's Katsko's life story. He gets a little menacey, and then he can't hang out with us. And also, he's just locked out. Oh my god, that's so loud. He's locked out of my office. So he's just hanging out outside my door. This is so incredibly loud in my ears. Are you guys able to hear the peaceful piano music, or is it also blasting for you guys? He really does. He's on it. I buy him bones and stuff, and he's lost all his bones again, which is crazy. So now I gotta go and find them. They're probably all just... Oh, the server restarts and... What the heck? It's really low. Today is the day that rewards are doubled for Flex Friday, yes. Thanks to the amazing community. You guys are actually very sweet. I really appreciate every single one of you that supports Flex Friday. The prizes have been doubled this month, which is going to be awesome. You can take the cat out of the shelter, but you can't take the... shelter out of the cat. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm also pretty sure that Katsko is straight up homeless for a little bit. He probably got in a lot of fights as a kid. He's kind of a bit... He's very much a menace. And now he's knocking on my door. And I'm not letting him in. I have no idea. I literally was out for... I think he just wants to play. Now he's just meowing. Yeah, you're supposed to hear Zelda music, but it's extremely loud in my ears. And not very loud for you guys, and I don't really know why. Okay, he's just meowing. Alright, I'm gonna let him in. If he bites me, though, he's gonna get locked out again. Hi, buddy. You wanted to be let in. He just complains until he gets let in. And then he doesn't even come say hi. Classic cat behavior. He won the battle, it's true. He did. His manipulation skills are super S tier. Okay, let me know when the music is at a reasonable level. Seems reasonable. Okay, we'll keep it here then. I don't really want to spray bottle him. He's not really... I want to show him that he can be a great cat with a little bit of love. So far, it's been an uphill battle, but now it's loud. Yeah, I mean, I used to play a lot of piano, so I've probably heard of it. I'm trying to see. Is there DMCA free piano music? Or is everything DMCA these days? Okay, I'm sure this is fine. Yeah, well, usually he's totally great. I mean, today specifically, I think he was just bored at home. So when I got back, he just decided to bite. But now he's just trying to get into my closet, which has a faulty door. And he's trying to break through, but he's not going to be able to get through because you don't have thumbs and you can't reach the handle. Oh my gosh, Cronus! What the heck? Thank you so much for the 50 gifted subs. Holy crap. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yo, if you guys got a gifted sub from Cronus, please make sure you're thanking them. That's actually insane. Yo, thank you, thank you. If you guys got a gifted sub recently, and you're just tuning into stream today, make sure you're checking the top of your Twitch to see who gave it to you. And also, if you didn't get a gifted sub, make sure you're thanking them regardless, because these lovely people is the reason we have doubled Flex Friday today. Today we are offering you $100 for your best game. Not just 50, but 100, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, seriously, thank you very much, Cronus. I genuinely, sincerely appreciate every single one of you guys who comes in and supports Flex Friday, even if you don't submit games. That's totally okay. But yeah, thank you very much. We do have already 21 games submitted for Flex Friday, which is going to be kind of cool. You will not be punched, but I hope your mother taught you well. You should be saying thank you. If somebody does a nice thing, what do we do, guys? Oh, maybe Katsko will join us today for Flex Friday. Oh, there we go. A little Katsko Flex Friday. We got commentary coming in by the cat. He seems so innocent. Yeah, well, he's already menaced enough. No, buddy, I'm not coming to play with you. I'm just adjusting my curtains. Sorry, the curtains were bothering me. Katsko is in a flex mood as well, but he's super cute. I mean, maybe he'll just hang out with us today. How nice would that be? Oh, he looks like he's ready to fall asleep again. But I literally, okay. Wait. I gotta show this to you guys. All of those are from the cat. Every single one of these is by him. So the next time you say good boy, just realize that's also what he does. There's two sides of Katsko. He doesn't really scratch. He mostly likes to bite. He really enjoys biting. Oh, this one's a scratch. Well, this one was a bit accidental, but I have a really big cut on my pinky. That's from him. But this one is a scratch. But he doesn't scratch that much. He mostly, like, if he scratches, it's because his nails, it's a struggle to get his nails clipped as well. But he mostly likes to bite. Literally an abusive relationship. Yeah, I need medieval armor walking around the house. He just wants to play. Yeah, his definition of play is a little too extreme. He needs to calm down a little bit. Buddy, biting every now and then is fine, but all of these are literally within the time span of 1 week. There's even more on this side. But you can literally see all of them. Pet the cat. Give him your left so they even out. I have them on this one too. Like, literally. He just bites all over. That's chill compared to the cats I've had over the years. Yeah, he's just a little bitey. When he wants to play. Basically, if I'm just sitting at my PC and he wants to hang out and he wants to get play, he just comes up and bites my ankles. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I do a very good job of cleaning it up, but to be fair, he's probably quite safe. It is. It's one way to get attention, but it's not the positive kind of attention. He has a million scratching posts. There's literally one next to him. His 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier turret has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, it has 4 on the bottom, 4 in the middle, and 1 more right next to him. He has 9 scratching posts in this room alone. And then outside, he also has another scratching post. And then I have another one in his bedroom. In our bedroom. His bedroom. Jeez. My bedroom. That Katsko shares with me. It might as well be his bedroom at this point. Hi. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, that I share with Katsko. So, he has plenty of scratching posts. Yeah, me too, honestly. I'm just glad that Katsko lets me stay there. But yes, he has plenty of scratching posts. Like I said, the problem isn't that he scratches. He never comes up and just claws me. He just comes up and bites me. And I don't think he understands that his bites hurt. Or if he does understand that, I think he just doesn't care. Well, now, if he does something like that, I make sure he understands that it hurts. So I like scream really loudly, which honestly is not even because I'm doing it on purpose. I literally just scream because I am in pain, and then he gets locked out for a little bit. And now he's calmed down. All roommates bite, apparently. Yeah, I don't think he understands his own strength. I genuinely don't. I don't think he fully gets it. So. Ankle bites go. He needs cat whisperer. It's okay. It's really fine. I'm trying. I think if you genuinely wanted to hurt me, yeah, it would be way worse. So. Low standards here. Alright. Anyways. Flex Friday. Featuring the cat. Yeah, he had a really rough day of being bored at home. Time to flex it up, everyone. He has cat. I got him catnip treats, and he didn't like them. He wouldn't even take a bite. I don't know why. He's such a picky eater. I got him like these super cool catnip treats, and he's just like, nope, don't want those. I also got him these salmon jerky treats, and he also didn't like those. The only treats he really enjoys are the generic, what are they called? Well, I don't want to pull them out because that's going to alert the cat. But they're just the super generic Temptations treats, and he likes greenies. And then he likes a little bit of hamachi when I offer it to him. But never if it's day 2. Like, I'm willing to eat day 2 hamachi, and he's not willing to eat day 2 hamachi. But I've literally tried giving him catnip, and he doesn't even want catnip. So he's a bit of a picky eater. Yeah, he literally he's going to be super picky about day 2 hamachi. He'll only eat specific little pieces of it. And I'm like, bro, I'm eating this. You can eat this. That's funny. But yeah, he's got a very specific palate. Not fresh enough for him. Yes, exactly. Okay, anyways, Flex Friday. That's enough about the cat. So today we are going to be looking over your games. Our very first game is this game by Pop Hello. Played black. Went from massive endgame advantage up rooked bishop to draw, which I absolutely could have won with better play. A fail. So today, all games that are submitted, I'm going to take a look at And then, as usual, you guys are going to vote at the very end for which game you think is the best game. And then that best game is going to win $100. And then you also do the same thing for fails. So I'm going to pick my favorite 5 fails, and then you guys get to vote on which game is going to be your top pick for fails. So that is the plan for today. Let's take a look. Starting with this one. This is a game by a 597, I'm not going to lie. To fail as a 597, you gotta fail pretty badly. I don't have very high expectations. I mean, black is completely winning. If anything, this game so far is a flex. Oh, I went to a restaurant called Quetzal last night. It was really good. It was Mexican-inspired restaurant, and they did everything over open fire. It was really hot in the entire restaurant, honestly. It was really good. It was super smoky. It was awesome. Okay, I mean, there's checkmate. Oh, the wine was super interesting, actually. There was a Som who poured a glass of wine from the volcanic soils of Tenerife, which I've never had before. But of course, the Portuguese brought over grapes and is growing grapes on Tenerife. So it was really cool. Alright, I mean, we're still winning. Oh, nice. Lisbon is awesome. I love Lisbon. Yeah, the grape was Trousseau. Oh no, not the stalemate! I could have seen this coming from miles away. Alright, well, this is a fail. That's for sure. But yeah, the grape was Trousseau back when it was in Portugal, and now, like, the grape has been growing natively on Tenerife for 500 years. I don't remember the exact name of the grape anymore, but it's become really specific. It's just always cool finding...
Opening with the King's Pawn.
Shut up. Sorry. It's always really cool finding new wines that I've never had before. It was relatively light. It was medium-bodied. It carried a lot of terroir that is very different from terroir in Burgundy. I don't know if you guys have had, like, Mount Etna, which is the... Sorry, wines from Mount Etna. Mount Etna is also a volcano. And a volcano in Italy, which produces a lot of wine. So this was... I really don't know how to explain the wine other than the fact that it was extremely volcanic. Like, Mount Etna produces, there's different producers, obviously. There's a lot of wines from coming out of that region. But this wine from Tenerife was more indicative of a volcanic soil than wines I've had from Mount Etna. So I think it was really interesting. If you find a wine from Tenerife, you might want to check it out for all the wine nerds out there. But yeah, volcanic soil produces cool stuff. Obviously, when you grow things in different soils. You've been to Tenerife? Nice. When I was a kid growing up in Finland, all my, like, wealthy school friends vacation every winter in Tenerife in the Canary Islands. It's such a Finnish destination to vacation. It's either the Canary Islands, or Thailand. There's, like, nothing in between. I don't know what it is about Scandinavians or Nordic peoples who love to vacation in specifically the Canary Islands or Mallorca or Thailand. There's, like, nothing in between. Nobody's going to, like, Japan or, you know, Antibes or, like, southern France. Everyone just is just like Spain, Tenerife, Thailand. Wild volcano, yeah. Yeah, for sure. But this one was even crazier. I mean, once again, there's big variance, right? I know, Mickey. Well, there's a very funny, which is partly true, statement about Canadians. A lot of Canadians go down to Mexico for winter because it's, yeah, relatively affordable. Yeah, I swear to God, like, if you're a wealthier European citizen, like a lot of people in my school were, they would just be gone during the winter. They'd just be like, all right. You went to China as a Swede? Well, good for you. Or the southern province of Florida. Or Cuba. Cuba used to be so affordable for Canadians. I think it still is. Of all the places I have gone with my mom for like $1,200 Canadian each for an all-inclusive trip for 5 days or something, I think Cuba was the most affordable. I think the Dominican is about $1,600. Jamaica actually is pretty expensive. I went to a place called Runaway Beach or Runaway something, and it was covered, and the hotel was super duper, like, I'm sure there's super fancy hotels in Cuba and Dominican Republic as well, but it feels like Jamaica is definitely like more expensive when it comes to budget vacationing. Yeah, that really sucks. Hopefully the tourism at least brings in a little bit of economy, but rejected them looking at the price. Oh, did I ever tell you guys that I went to Cuba once? No, I went to the Dominican Republic once, and I ran into my school classmate back from when we were in grade, like, 3. We were classmates for probably 4 years, between grade 2 to 5, when I was living in Finland. And I saw, like, we followed each other on Instagram. And we were literally on the same, like, beach. It was Punta Cana in Dominican Republic, and he was at a different hotel. But we were literally at the exact... like, we were within 400 meters of each other, and I haven't talked to him in, like, basically 10 years. This was when I was 15 or something. Okay, well, not quite, like 5 years maybe. And he came there, he went to the Dominican Republic all the way with his family from Finland, and I was like, bro, this is such a small world, and we hung out and stuff, and we were all like, this is fucking wild. We were just there like, this is crazy. What are the chances of all the places that we could both be vacationing in the world right now, that we ended up on the same part of the Dominican Republic? Because it's not even like in the Dominican Republic, there's like a whole bunch of different beaches that there's really popular. And I was just like, bro, this is some wild stuff. But anyways, small world, yeah. Very small world. But it's okay. I also ran into a classmate once in the middle of London. Like, I literally just saw them crossing the street. We looked at each other and just nodded, and we just went on. I think this was a high school classmate, and we were just like, see you in school, I guess. Oh, and also this one time I was flying back from Beijing. This was pre-COVID, 2019, like December of 2019, right before COVID was hitting the whole world. My classmate and I were both coming back. Sorry, this must have been when I was younger, because we were still in high school. So this is probably December 27. No, this was way pre-COVID then. No, this is going to be like 2017. So this was 2017. We were both flying back from Beijing after winter break, coming back from China because we were visiting family, and we just saw each other in the airport in Beijing. And we were like, because we were already 2 days into the school year, like school had already started. We were like, yo, why aren't you in school? And they're like, why aren't you in school? Anyways, I ran into so many random classmates. I mean, obviously, like, I have friends in Singapore and stuff, and nowadays there's less running into people and more just like, hey, I'm in your country, do you want to hang out? Which is kind of crazy because social media has enabled that. But even before social media, I was running into random people that I knew when I was traveling. And I was like, this is just such an unlikely thing to happen. Like, of all the days, of all the flights you could have taken, we took the same one. Anyways. But yeah, fun school memories. Okay, sorry, we keep getting distracted from Flex Friday. You never run into anybody? I think it's very easy to run into people when you've traveled as much as I have. Like, I've just been to 17 different schools, probably more. Between grades 1 and 18, sorry, between grades 1 and 12, between the ages of 5 to 18, including kindergartens, I've probably been over like 20 to 20 different schools. I went to 4 different kindergartens. I remember every single one of them in Finland. I did 1 international school in Finland from grade 1 to 5. And then when I moved to Canada, I did 4 different schools in Toronto, the very first year I touched down in Toronto, in 1 school year. Probably more. It's probably 5. So that's already what? 4 kindergartens, 1 school. So that's already 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So by the time I was 10, I'd already done 10 different schools. But yeah, I just remember everyone. I remember people so much. So I've been like to 10 different schools. And then when I went to Ottawa, I went to a school for 1 day. 1 day. And my parents were like, that place is too far. And then I went to a Catholic school. So I did 3 different schools in basically 1 week in Ottawa. The very first week I moved to Ottawa. And then I did that school for like 3 months. And then I moved back to Finland. So I guess that doesn't count because it was the same school in Finland. So that's only like 13 schools by the time I was 12. And then I moved back when I was 12. And then I did a middle school in Ottawa again for 2 years. So that was only 13. And then I went to a high school for most of it. So that's 14. And then I went back to Finland. Does it count if my school in Finland for high school shared some classes at a different school? Like there was the Oulun kansainvälinen koulu, which is the Oulu International School, but I also had some classes at the Oulun Lyseo, which is the Finnish-speaking high school. So I think that's like, I guess that kind of counts. There were just like a bunch of shared classes because our school didn't have enough teachers and stuff. And we didn't have dedicated music programs or anything. So I did Oulun Lyseo, so that's probably 15. So I did around like 15 schools. I just grew up in Finland. That's where like I did a whole bunch of high school. It's not the same school. They're totally different schools. I just had to do classes in the other school because our school didn't have those classes. We were all at the wrong gate for same flight to LA. That's funny. So technically I wasn't a student at that school, but I did like half of my classes at that school because we didn't have teachers. Finland was an interesting time for high school. Finland was really interesting, actually. And then not only did I do that, I was also taking night classes at the adult high school locally in Finland, in Oulu, which I don't remember now. But I had twice a week, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. nighttime Finnish classes at the adult high school, which I don't even know if that counts as a different school, but I was doing that. Sorry, it wasn't an adult high school, it was just like an adult school. They just offer like additional, like it's a polytechnique or something. I don't know exactly what it's called. Just Finnish. I was just doing Finnish as an add-on course because I didn't take Finnish in school. I was basically trying to take more classes than I had time for at school because I was doing the International Baccalaureate program while I was in Finland, and then also trying to, like an elective. I was also doing Finnish courses outside of my International Baccalaureate program because I was living in Finland, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. If you're living in a country, you might as well learn their language, right? I don't even remember if it was mandatory or if somebody suggested it, but I didn't really mind. It was kind of fun. Hey, Riley Clash, thank you for the Prime. Welcome back to your 4th month. Thank you. Thank you. You could also go to that school for, like, cooking classes or something. But I just went to that school for Finnish classes at night. I don't even remember. I think that makes it, like, 15 schools. Is it 15? 16? Anyways, basically 16 schools. Oh, I also did a kindergarten for a little bit in China. I remember this. It was the, my parents were at Tsinghua at that time, which is one of the top Chinese universities, and I went to, like, the Tsinghua kindergarten. Yeah, I would just make up new shit every single time I swapped schools. Like, I had a new persona every time I moved, based on how well the last persona went. I made so many personas for myself. I just lied to people for fun, because I knew I wasn't going to see them again in like 2 months. It was an IRL RPG. Exactly. I'm a doctor now, a lawyer, now a pilot. Hey, Arrow Game, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly. But thank you, Arrow. Welcome to the pool buddy. What's the most extreme lie? I think there was this one school I went to where I told everybody I'm a vampire for no reason at all, just because I was bored. And I just see how many people would believe me. I'm not a vampire. I don't think anybody believed. There was also a few times I think I told people Bridgeport kid activity, yeah. I always knew I was gonna leave soon. I've never stayed at a school for long enough for me to care about, like, making friends, basically. Even in high school, everybody was so fucking nice to me in high school. Oh my god. Like, I cannot tell you how opposite of like, I got bullied a ton in middle school, and then when I went to high school, I told, like, everybody in my school was super nerdy. Everybody there just wanted to do well in school. Everybody there wanted to do every single after-school club. People found it cool I played chess. I didn't tell anybody I played chess. And then I accidentally won the World Youth Chess Championships my first week at high school. And then they did this school assembly and were like, well, by the way, this girl won the, you know, World Chess Championships. And I was like, fuck. Like, I literally told not a single person at my high school that I played chess. And then I was like, well, I guess the secret is out, cover blown. Literally. I literally had no interest in, like, really going to classes or telling people anything or even hanging out with people because, like I said, I never really got to. But everybody in my high school was so unbelievably nice. Like, my teachers were so unbelievably nice. My classmates were so unbelievably nice. Like, every single person was, like, I don't know, I used to get bullied for playing chess, basically. Nobody used to find it cool, but I guess when you end up at a nerdy high school, everybody finds it cool. Yeah, and the reaction was great. It was just one of those, like, oh. But anyways, nobody really, well, there were some people who cared about being popular at school, but most people were just too busy. So anyways, high school was actually really nice. I really liked high school. Not that I went very often. There was one year where I skipped more than 50%. And nobody really cared. But anyways. I wasn't even really the most international student. There was a girl in there were a lot of kids in my school who were kids of ambassadors. We had the son of the Turkey to Canada ambassador, the daughter of, I think it was Korea to Canada. There were a couple more. I don't remember exactly which countries they were from, but there were kids who were more well-traveled. Well, not necessarily as well-traveled, but, like, they had lived in more countries than I had. I had a friend who spoke English, Korean, Danish, and something else, and I can't remember, and she had this crazy accent, and she was like, oh yeah, I grew up in Korea, America, Denmark, and Germany or something. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I, like, talked to all these people. A bunch of them ended up in my university. A lot of them was super cool. And then, but yeah, basically my high school was kind of crazy, honestly. It was honestly a wild time. Basically, everybody in my school was either Chinese born, first generation Chinese parents, or really early, like their parents still spoke Chinese and they only spoke Chinese with their parents, but they were born in Canada, or they were literally first generation moving with their families type kids. And there were like maybe 5 Canadian born Canadian kids in my entire school. Or yeah, the Turkish ambassador was like Turkish born, from Turkey to Canada. Like they're Turkish but employed in Canada. Nobody was really like, because otherwise you would get it the other way, right? Like that would make more sense if you were in Turkey, you would meet more Canadian born Canadian kids because their parents would be the Canada to Turkey ambassador, but they were like the Turkey to Canada ambassador. Well, I wouldn't say I got bullied that much in Finland. I think the bullying in Finland was more just people not really knowing how to speak English. I got bullied a ton in middle school. People, like, I think it's just that specific age range where people are just kind of dicks. But once again, it's totally fine. Made it through. It was really like when I first came to Canada, it was really tough. It was like, I always told people that I'm Finnish because that's where I grew up. I've spent like, you know, 6 months of my life in China that I can remember, and everybody was like, no, you don't look Finnish. You can't be Finnish. You're Asian. And I'm like, well, I don't really know anything about being Asian. Apologize. It was also not a great neighborhood during middle school, yeah. And then everybody would like do the eyes thing, like the squinty eyes thing at me, and then people would tell me like, oh, you don't... Anyways, people were just really mean, I think, when I was a kid. A lot of people would make fun of Chinese and stuff, and I was like, well, you know that Finnish is like my first language, right? And they would just wouldn't, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand how you're bullying somebody who didn't even grow up in China, who has like barely, you know, I have Chinese heritage, but I grew up at that point, I was still like mostly Finnish. Like, I grew up around Finnish people. I was like relatively quiet, relatively shy. And I was mostly just, like, I had a Finnish Chinese accent because that's what I spoke. And everybody would make fun of my accent, and people would make fun of the language I spoke, and I'm like, bro, this doesn't make any sense. You can't have it both ways. Hey, FBJ, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome back to your 29th month. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Like, I didn't even have a Chinese accent. I had a Finnish accent. I'm like... Yeah, kids were really mean. Can't even get proper racism, bro. Seriously. That's true. It's true. Oh my gosh! Anonymous! Thank you so much for the 7 tier 3s. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yo, if you guys got a gifted sub from Anonymous, please make sure you're thanking them. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. No, but I gotta say, middle schoolers are the worst. I think it got way better post-middle school. It's just something about being a teenager, which Katsko is basically. It's the worst. You're so unsure of yourself. You're just starting to learn about people that are not you. And I think that messes people up in a very weird way. And I definitely think that middle school was by far the worst era. It's literally the time to rebel and be confused. And I just gotta say, like, I don't really hold anything. Like, it's not great that kids were bullying me and being racist and stuff, but also at the same time, man, dude, I don't even know. Middle school is definitely the worst part. Everything else is, high school is great. I think then young adulthood is maybe a little another confused era, and then obviously the internet has kind of messed it up, but yeah. Wild times, wild times. Society is interesting. I saw so many middle schoolers while I was shot, well, what I assume are middle schoolers. I don't actually know. But I'm just like, these kids look terrifying to interact with. Aw. Yeah, for sure, Cronus. I'm sorry you went through that, though. No, middle schoolers are just like, bro, I can't deal with middle schoolers. Katsko is literally, I think, in cat years 14 right now. Maybe that's why I can't deal with Katsko very well. He's like 2 years old. It's like 2 by 7, he's 14. Yeah. He's in his rebel era. He's a Tyrannosaurus Rex for a reason. Yeah, he's literally a teenager. He's bullying my ankles. For sure, Talon. But that's okay. It's totally fine. You know what is cool? Sometimes people from my high school show up, like just say hi and stuff and like congratulate me on things, and I'm just like, wow, thanks. It's very wholesome. I super got made fun of for Chinese food at lunch. Oh my gosh, the very first time I moved to Canada, the very first time we had to bring our own lunch to school, because in Finland everything gets like, you have school lunches and you just take a tray and you get great food. My mom got me this huge of a jar thing. She steamed baos in the morning and she kept them soft and steaming in this, and I got bullied so much. It was like this giant metal container and every single kid made fun of me. Wait, I have to show this to you. It was very nice of her and she made great lunches for me at school, but oh my god, for the longest time, it wasn't smelly, no, but food like that is delicious, but as a kid, it's like a jar. Oh my god, it was this. It's like the thermos. It was this. She got me one of these. It was huge. It was like this big. And it was so stuffed. And every time I would bring this to school, because I was the only person with a hot lunch, I felt like this is so awkward because every other kid just has packaged crackers or something. And I had this huge thermos. And it was just like, bro. Oh, and then we never bought Lunchables or anything like that because my mom would see the price of Lunchables and be like, for that price, I can just buy all the flour and the pork and the lettuce to make you bao. So I never ever had any of those like little packaged lunches, and I always had homemade pierogies or homemade baos or homemade dumplings. And I was like, bro. It was so inconvenient to bring to school too because it was huge. It was huge. You gotta understand, when I was like, it was literally like this big and they barely fit in my bag. But yeah. Talk about sticking out. Oh, it was really funny. But then it got better because a lot of other kids were Chinese in my school, in high school, or there was actually this Polish girl in my second middle school that taught me it's okay to bring stuff like that to school because she was Polish and her mom would make her pierogies, and that's who I picked up pierogies from. And she would also bring in this like big Tupperware. She brought it in glass because pierogies, and we had a microwave in the classroom, and I was like, oh, this is also really convenient. So I started telling my mom like, hey, you can make me something a little easier so I don't have to bring in this giant jar. And then that was honestly, yeah. And then in high school, my mom didn't have time anymore to cook. So she gave me like $5 a day for lunch. And then I would get poutine occasionally. But most of the time, I just skipped lunch, used the money on buying League of Legends skins, and got lunch for my friends instead. Because all my friends' parents packed a lot of food. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna bum off of everyone. I would literally just go around like, oh, do you have any snacks? Would you like, do you have, and people would just give me like, oh yeah, I have an apple. Do you want the apple? Or if they had a sandwich or something, like an extra sandwich their mom packed. Can I have a chip? It was really funny. So that was high school. Hey Skywalk, thank you so much for the 8. Welcome, guys. It was honestly a really good idea because the school actually had terrible lunches. The school had like only fast food lunch, like pizza slices or poutine, and I just realized that was also really unhealthy. So I didn't really want to eat anything at school, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna save my money and ask friends for food if like mom doesn't have time to cook. Because I was like, I don't really want to eat this. Anyways, it took me a little bit of time to figure out. It's kind of crazy that that's the standard for school food. School food should be healthier. I'm just saying, school food should really be healthier. I think that would honestly help a lot of kids as they grow up as well to realize that, hey, you know, yeah. And it was the cool thing. It was also the cool thing to eat. So every now and then I would get that and everybody would like bum fries off of me. But I genuinely cannot handle that much poutine or pizza slices. And I was like, I'm not having this anymore. So yeah, I don't know. There was nothing really healthy at school. I don't know why. Lunchables. Is that mystery meat? Oh. Okay, sorry. Let's go back to Flex Friday. I've given you guys plenty of time for Flex Friday to submit. We should get back to it. I know. Enough stories, enough getting sidetracked. If you guys got a tier 3 today from Mr. Anonymous, please make sure you're thanking them. I really appreciate it, guys. We should see, of all the people here, who does have the best $100 worthy game. This game right now that we have out on the screen for a little bit is this game by Connor McChicken, who actually flexed a watch that he got using Flex Friday money in our Discord, so that's kind of cool. Really glad that you guys are actually able to, you know, buy stuff with Flex Friday. No, it's not always this much. This week's is doubled. Yeah, imagine getting a Rolex for $100. But anyways, this game is by Connor McChicken. Changed my mind. Usually for Flex Friday, I submit my fills. Gotta bring out the big guns for the double prize now. This was a game played on the site we don't use. I wish I could use... Oh, you want to use the AI voice?
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen. E5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center.
Okay.
Controls D4 and
I
opens
know
up the
that
queen
nobody
and dark-squared
really
bishop.
uses watches for the purpose of using a watch anymore. But I feel like for men, watches is an accessory that you can have without anybody coming over and being like, oh, your jewelry looks gay. And it's like, first of all, there's no reason that that should even be an insult. There's nothing wrong with looking gay or being gay. But unfortunately, that is what some people try to say and try to imply. So I think watches is a great piece of jewelry for people to have. Bro, I have friends that literally like feel awkward sometimes wearing jewelry. I think it's so much better now. But in the past, it definitely used to be like that piece looks feminine. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's a piece of metal on your wrist. Shut up. So anyways, well, thank God you don't have anybody in your life that says stuff like that, Lemonhead. That's good. But I do think that watches for the longest piece of like history of time is that you're able to wear a watch and it's cool. And it's an accessory that nobody at all can ever bully you for. So I actually think watches are great. It doesn't even need to be functional. I have a watch that I never ever changed the battery for, but you can, yeah. Or it's a status symbol. I think like status symbol watches are very different from being, you know, there's different watches for every moment. Right, watches don't usually send mixed signals, and if you want to send mixed signals, that's totally fine. If you don't want to, that's totally fine as well. I think people should be able to wear whatever they want to watch. But that being said, I do think that watches are one of the accessories that men have been able to have for the longest time without ever being bullied. Nice, Cronus. Oh no, Jay Blackmon. Can't use the word nipple here, but respect, go for it. I'm trying to unban you. They're not a fan of Twitch. Is not a fan of that word. You can also have a poor functional watch too, yeah.
The Vienna opening starts with knight c3.
Oh gosh.
Which defends the e4 pawn and controls the d5 square. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center. f4 gains space on the king side and attacks the e5. E takes f4, captures the gambit.
Okay, we're gonna skip over a lot of this.
This stops the
This is a flex, by the
moving
way.
from its starting spot. The bishop gets involved in the game.
Thank you, Zoom. Welcome to the pool party. So everything is done via Discord. So you just have to sign up for our Discord.
Now white can't stop black from winning a knight if they make the right moves.
If they make the right
This
moves.
ignores an opportunity to sacrifice a knight for a nice tactic.
Well, he still
Only
does
one
it.
move worked there. The bishop was sacrificed. A stunning move.
What do I think of guys that wear Apple Watches? Honestly, I have no opinion about anybody that wears any type of watch. Like, I'm so not going to know the difference between a $20,000 watch and a $200 watch. If you're a guy, I only follow women's watch lines. I'm sorry. Like, I genuinely could not care less of what your watch is. This is a really beautiful move. I'm not going to lie. It's great. Double exclaim.
This evades the check from the bishop.
Just like how I'm never going to know if you have a $500 Hermes tie or a $5 tie from Dollarama. I'm just not going to know. I just don't follow men's fashion to that degree. I think I'll be able to tell if I like your tie or not, but I'm not going to be able to put a price tag on your tie. Because sometimes there's some really, really expensive, ugly-ass ties, and sometimes there's some really, really cheap ties from Chinatown that are like, wow, this looks great. Well, I don't know if Dollarama has ties, but I'd assume I do. Yeah, probably, Kevin. If you wear like a ladies' watch, I'll probably recognize that. I do check out a lot of like women's brands and stuff. Damn, uncultured.
This kicks a knight.
This kicks a knight. Thanks.
This threatens to win material through a tactic. Right on target. This is an equal trade.
Right on target.
This
is such
defends a
weird
pawn
line.
that was under attack and had no defenders.
Great.
This evades the check from... This threatens to tactically win. The rook was sacrificed. A stunning move. This is the way to win a pawn.
Oh, yes. I can definitely tell the difference between a cheap suit and a tailored suit for the most part because of the way that it's going to fit on you. But I'm still not going to be able to tell, like, oh, how much this suit is. I just don't know men's fashion that well.
Takes back. Ignoring the threat on the bishop, a difficult move to see. This wins material.
Damn! Nice. Look at this. So if king takes f7, you've got bishop takes d4 because this bishop is pinned. We're racking up brilliance. We got 2 brilliants in a row. This is already the third. No, this is the... Yeah, this is the third brilliant. The first brilliant was bishop takes f7. This is already the
This
second
evades the
brilliant.
check from the queen. Take. Ignoring the threat on the bishop. This is not the right idea. This wins material.
And we win material, and now we're up.
This evades the
to-
check from the bishop.
Sorry, we're actually not up to bishops. We are up in exchange.
This move puts the... This loses a rook. Ignoring the threat on the bishop,
A
a
fourth
difficult move
brilliant.
to see.
Once again,
This is the
sacking
way to win
bishop.
a rook. The rook
Because
develops. Ignoring
if
the threat
knight
on the
takes the
bishop,
bishop,
a difficult move to see.
Then you have knight
This
takes
is the way to win a
c7,
rook.
king to d8, rook to d7, king to c8, knight to b5, and then you're forcing black to respond to this discovered attack, to which black has no good responses. And also checkmate, but that's a different story. So yeah, pretty good stuff. 4 brilliance.
That rook was free for the taking.
Yoink!
This wins a knight.
What if I submit a fail on chess related? Unfortunately, we're only doing this for chess right now. I've been thinking about doing this for poker for the longest time, so that is the only next possibility. Nothing for life related fails.
Right on target.
Unfortunately. But a video of you spilling your coffee would be really fun. If
this
we
is the
started
strongest
doing
option.
life fails, that would be great. But yeah, this game is a flex for sure. A very clean game by white. A lot of brilliance.
And the game is over.
And the game is over. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 brilliance. Dejected sigh. Unlucky. Alright, congratulations, Connor. You're our first flex. Alright, next up. Icy Radon. You have a lot to live up to. Okay, played as black. Mouse slipped my queen, still won. I thought I had my bishop highlighted. This is already... Wait. We don't have, I want to show you guys this. Live edition would get... Oh my gosh, a Flex Friday live edition is such a great idea. Sorry, I just want to show you guys this. What happened here? Can we just talk about this graph? That's pretty insane. Alright. We have some drama in this game. Alright, let's take a look. Looks like the cardiograph of a marathon runner for sure. Looks like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been relatively stable, but this is probably like your heartbeat. Heart attack graph for real. So let's take a look. The cat get out. Cats go left. Unfortunate. Alright. I mean, black is tempting to attack. Keyword is attempt. Are we actually getting any attacks in? What the heck? Well, I mean, this isn't that easy to see. I feel like this doesn't deserve a double... Like, yeah, this check on the long diagonal... I don't know. I actually think for what your rating is, this is probably not the easiest to see, but yeah, Queen C3 definitely ends the game. Not that you will see it, not that they will see it. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we're down a queen, no problem. Oh, actually no problem, because we're just gonna promote ourselves a new queen. Yeah, I don't really know if we can pin this game as a flex, I'm not gonna lie. I think this was submitted as a flex, but it might get removed at an earlier date than some other games. Let's just put it that way. Might. Oh, also I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go grab a snack really quick. I think I still have some naan in the fridge. I'll be right back. BRB, BRB. I wish I had Lunchables, but I don't. Actually, Lunchables is so bad. You can literally buy better Lunchables for the same price by just making your own, buying your own crackers and buying your own meats. I'll be alright. Be right back though. Okay. Got a little naan. Speaking of Lunchables, also got myself a little prosciutto. Well, it's really salty. This is human food. The cat is back because there is food. And he wants to know if there's any food for him. And there is not. And now he's gonna realize that and leave. That sums my cat up. Super garlicky naan. This is really good on the first day. And it's still really good on the second day. By the third day, it's definitely fading a little bit. And this is on its third day. But I heat it up for 30 seconds in the microwave, which gives it a little texture back. I don't love paneer. I like some paneer. I've never actually had paneer butter masala, I think. But it is. It's really good. I usually just have a butter chicken. Yeah, so I gotta eat it. I usually put a damn towel on top, but I'm also out of paper towels, so. Anyways. Next up. This game by Sledgehammer. No food for you, buddy. There is no food here for you. This is mine. Do you understand that? He is super cute. Alright. Sledgehammer, you played as white, but that's okay. This was a game in the front position arena. The first move, 1e4, e6 fixed. It was wild. Wait, no, you said it in the wrong game, Sledge. Or I just... What the heck? Oh no, you did not. No, this is the right game. Okay. This was a wild, crazy game because of a couple mistakes on both sides. I outplayed my opponent in the opening, but unfortunately didn't convert my advantage, but blundered instead of getting a lost position. I needed a couple moves to recover from panic mode. A final blunder of my opponent in endgame brought me an unexpected comeback. Oh, sorry. I super ran out of butter chicken. I had so much butter chicken the last 2 days. I have nothing against plain naan. I'm just saying. Okay, let's take a look at this game though. Oh!
White
Pause, champ.
very precise. Recapture. This is the only. This. A discovered attack is always powerful. This time, white will win material with it.
There's already enough garlic and butter on this.
This blocks
I'm
the
happy to just
That
have it
bishop was
straight.
free for the taking. This defends a knight that was This
I had
captures a
chicken
free rook.
korma.
Takes back. This loses a knight.
I genuinely just like butter chicken. This is a blunder. Obviously, the queen can take first, so...
This wins it. Recaptures. Takes. The knight. This is the. This misses a. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged. This wins material. This overlooks an opportunity to develop a piece. The rook develops or moves for the first.
Okay, I'm gonna mute. Sorry. This isn't impressing me so far. So far, this game has been a little sus. Just a little bit. Oh, Cats goes back up. I actually really like the butter chicken sweetness because I don't handle spice that well. So the sweetness really helps me balance out the spice in butter chicken. Because I love spice, but I don't handle it. It's not really supposed to be sweet, but there are some butter chickens that can be made a touch sweeter. So I mean, it's a good win. I don't think it's that special, but we'll pin it for now. Definitely butter chicken over orange chicken. I don't really like orange chicken. I like it occasionally, but butter chicken's way better. In my opinion. Wine with Indian food goes great. Yeah. I think what can go even better with Indian food, though, is beer. Because, well, it really, really, really depends, right? It depends on what type of Indian food you're having. There's so many types. There's, like, South Indian food. There's, like, for example, if I'm having something a little spicy, like butter chicken or vada pav, or something like that, I would probably rather have beer or cider because then that kind of cuts through the spiciness. It pairs really well with the spicy. If I'm having something that's a little bit more like idlis and perhaps medu vadas and dosas, I think that once again can go really, really, really well with beer. But I think somewhere there, you might be pairing it really well with a white wine, like, for example, Chardonnay, or, yeah, anyways. But, I mean, mango lassi is always delicious, but that's more of a dessert drink. Like, I usually get it, but I'm not getting it because I think it goes well with the food. And then, actually had this South Indian place the other day, and I had a South Indian chicory coffee, and it was really good. Yeah, I've had Belgian beer. I've had everything from Blue Moon to more craft breweries that are Belgian. And what's wrong with having breakfast foods for dinner? Or what's wrong with having wine for breakfast? I fail to see your point. I'm gonna pair my medu vadas with a Chardonnay in the morning. Thank you very much. I'll also pair my medu vadas with champagne at 9 p.m. if I want to. Excuse me. Okay, sounds good, Lee. Fail to see your point. I'm a grown-ass adult. I can do what I want. Medu vada. The first one. All of those I think go better with beer because they're fried. I was thinking more idlis and dosas. Yeah, I would definitely say oat soda or cider goes really well with spicy. In general. Not just Indian food, but for example, if you're having like Sichuan food, Chinese Sichuan that's really spicy, I think having a beer to kind of balance that out is really good. That or just drink a lot of milk. That's the other option. Just drink milk so it doesn't kill you. But we're adults here, so, you know, beer's the way to go. Okay, next up. Oh, I don't think I've had Mador. Mador Fada. Have I ever tried pairing my beer with wine? You know what's really funny? Something that's really popular right now in the beer community is brewing their beer in wine barrels. So instead of making, like, having your beer ferment in stainless steel or whatever you used to use, you now use old oak barrels. Or sometimes even using actual grapes, which is kind of cool. So they're doing a lot of really cool things with beer, but you should check it out. Definitely tastes a little different. It's not like... Basically imagine if wine and beer had a baby. Literally. I think that's kind of what it tastes like. It's like a grape cidery vibe. But way better. Like, you don't get the actual flavor of grapes or anything. It's like a wine, but fizzy, but not champagne fizzy. And more like beery. I don't know if that makes sense. I've had chocolate stouts and like... Yeah, it's like an inbred baby. I've had chocolate porters and stuff like that. There's so many types of beers, right? I've definitely never had a chocolate sour. I don't think I want a chocolate sour. That sounds terrible. But I do really enjoy sours. I think sours are one of the... sours and saisons. I really love a good yuzu saison. So saison is once again another style of beer. Yuzu. It's basically like a tart orange lemon type fruit, and it goes really well in a saison. Yeah, I love coffee, love espresso. Big tiramisu fan. I love all chocolate desserts and coffee desserts. I prefer my hot chocolate with a touch of caffeine in it. That's how much I like coffee. I mostly only like dark chocolate if I'm having pure chocolate. I obviously still like milk chocolate and stuff. Like, chocolate's just great. But I genuinely prefer most things with a touch of coffee, if it's going to be. Yeah, I love mochas. I think I've heard of Meraki. Also like my coffee with a touch of chocolate. I do like sweet. I just really like coffee. I love, love, love tiramisu. I've always been a coffee person. I've been a coffee person since really young because I used to wake up really early for chess tournaments, and I started drinking coffee at like 14 or whatever. I was just like, well, I can't stay awake for 2 games a day. Let me just chug coffee. So I've been chugging coffee for a really long time. Okay, sounds good, Blackmon. I do really want a nice coffee roaster at some point. But I'm too lazy, so right now I just buy stock. Also, what is this H4 move? I mean, H5. This game was very interesting from the start with the opening I played as white. It was tricky. I have not, Connor. But I gotta check it out. India has a lot of coffee. It just hasn't really been, like, exported to the West. I think most people know India for teas. And there's everything from masala chai to, you know, a bunch of specific teas. But India has a bunch of coffee, too. I've gotten to try a few from local Indian places, but it's not like there's a million. You know how there's a bunch of French cafes and a bunch of Italian cafes, and that's really popular? It's not exactly like an Indian cafe around in my area. So yeah. Tea is really interesting. There's a lot of really good tea out there. This time when we go to Singapore, we're gonna do a whole bunch of food exploration. Yeah, I love matcha. That's so not true. Coffee can taste so different. I'm not talking about the milk you add, but depending on the coffee bean, how it's roasted, all this stuff, it's like wine. That's why they have literal licenses for being a coffee taster. There's also some licenses for tea tasting. There's a million types of different coffee. Coffee is crazy. Yeah, for sure. If you make a good espresso without adding any extra flavors, and forget going to Starbucks for this. No, it's so different. It's insanely, insanely different. They genuinely taste different. No, I strongly disagree with this. It depends so much on where the beans are from. And how it's done. I like medium roast. Depends. Dark roast if it's going into my mocha. Medium if I'm just having coffee. Like no milk, nothing. That's true, Tagbon. Maybe Philemon. But there's so much variance. Well, variance is not the right word, but there's a ton of different types of coffees. That's amazing, Lone Gamer. Yeah, for sure, Sakai. Same with matcha, same with tea, same with like wine, same with beer. We keep getting sidetracked. Jeez. Exactly, Philemon. We are like on game 5 or something. Sorry, this game was very interesting from the start with the opening. I played as White. It was tricky, and he used a lot of time to figure out what's going on, and then he eventually flagged. The flex part is that I was playing a Grandmaster, even if he's not a Super GM. It is something awesome. Oops, misstack. DMCA free music, Zuka. Okay, the White King is relatively exposed, but the Black King's also in the middle of the board, so... Not really sure what's happening here. Oh. Pause, champ. I mean, we're lost, but we flagged them. I actually don't think I can pin this game as a flex. Like, I accept that you won, you flagged a Grandmaster, but you're also 2,500 yourself. It was a close game. I don't think the game itself was that impressive, so unfortunately we're gonna have to pass on this game as a flex. I really do highly value the quality of the game on a flex in a flex week like this, where we have a doubled prize and we're celebrating good moves. Flex is cool, always like that. But if I could only eat food from one country for the rest of my life, I would eat 100% Chinese. There's just like a million different types of Chinese food. Like, the continent's so massive. I mean, the country's so massive. There's so much. I feel like it's a cheating answer. That or Japan. Japan also has great variety. It actually might be Japan over China right now. Anything but French. I think France has really good food. French food is really good. But I think the way they develop flavor is so much butter. There's just so much butter. I don't think I could really handle just having butter for the rest of my life. Or fat. So much French food is figuring out how to infuse more fat or butter into. Okay, but it's better than the American way. In America, you just fry everything. It's yummy, but I can't have that every day. So I think it's gonna be Japanese, maybe. I don't think I could live without sushi. Sushi is so good. So, your health, ladies and gentlemen, your health. You guys even fry your desserts. Okay, to be fair, China does fry some of their desserts too, but... Oh yeah, for sure, Smashing Iron. Yes. I think France, once again, has excellent food, but so much of, like, the food they got is very buttery and lardy. I don't even know if that's a word, but that's cheating. American food is also cheating, though. Like, stereotypical American food. Very much is cheating. No avocado in the sushi. It's very sad. Yeah. Okay, this game was played as wide. I had a game with Carocon Exchange Variation. It was a short game, only 17 moves. I was only about +5, but after I expelled a blunder from my opponent, it ended in a pretty checkmate. Well, the opponent definitely blundered this pawn, which leads into a blundered fork, which leads into a blundered piece, which leads into checkmate on move 17. I mean, I don't think I can pin this game. This is one of those games where the opponent just absolutely, like, went downhill. It just went super, super, super downhill. Yeah, for sure, Neotris. Alright. Next up, we got Eric. It is a checkmate and a fork, but I also think the opponent was like, whoosh. It is a flex for 900 elo, but your opponent did not put up any fighting spirit. Hell yeah, Lemonhead. There's such good food in Japan. Everything is so good in Japan. Oh my gosh, I mean, you're just getting an attack off. Oh, we love it. You did have a slightly lame opponent. Okay, look. I don't love it when your opponents absolutely, like, punt off like this, but what I do think you did well is that you actually set up the attack yourself. Like, I know this is the London, well, it's not even London, it's like a stone wall with white, and then you were able to set up this attack. I think this is more of a flex than the last game, because at least you went for the attack on your own by yourself, and you sacrificed a knight, realizing that your queen might be lost, but you went for this rook lift. I mean, I think this game is a flex. You did make chess look easy this game, which is cool. Well, once again, it super depends, right? Like, Asia is so freaking massive. I'm never going to say that butter chicken is healthy. There's no shot butter chicken is healthy. I don't think eating butter chicken is healthier than eating, like, fried chicken from Kentucky or something like that. But I do think it's really, really, really good. I do think, though, that there is probably bigger... I don't know how to explain it. There's, like, more different types of food in a country like Japan for that size of country than there is probably in, like, Texas. Well, that being said, once again, Texas have really come up as a food country, as a food state. They're really, you know, they have Michelin stars coming in. I don't think Texas is perhaps the best example, but You get my point. Like, there's a bigger diverse variety. Like, if you go from Hokkaido in Japan, you're going to have everything from scallops to fresh fish to seaweed to whatever it is. There's a bunch of stuff in Hokkaido, and then you get moved down like throughout Japan, and then you have like super cool grapes, a lot of fruits. You got everything from rice to tonkatsu to some of the best beef in the world. You have one of the best porks in the world. You have one of the best beef in the world. You have wagyu. You have pork. You even have tempura. So if you like fried food, you even have that. If you like more seafood dishes, there's cooked seafood dishes, and then there is also on top of that, you know, sushi. There's also raw fish dishes. I just think Japan has so much variety, and it's amazing. And with globalization, a lot of people are doing their own spin. One of the best restaurants I went to in Osaka was a restaurant that was doing their own little twist on Italian food, and I wouldn't even call it a twist. Neither of the chefs in that restaurant had ever been to Italy. And they learned how to make Italian food all on their own. So the Italian food that they were making gave no shits about what somebody in Italy would be like, that is technically not, you know, what's the cooked rice dish called? Fudge. The one that's a little wet. I agree, Connor. I agree. Risotto, thank you. Yeah. They made one of like the tastiest risottos I've ever had. And they just weren't worried about it. They had it cooked first and then put it in a pan. And I feel like on some cooking shows, or if you presented it that way in front of a judge, the judge would just be like, that's blasphemy. You can't cook risotto like that. But they don't care. And I think that's beautiful. I think when there's no boundaries to your food, you can get so much more creative with it. And I think that's great. But yeah. Obviously, traditional Italian food's also really good, but the Japanese do love Italian food. It's very true. It's very, very true. But yeah, they have really cool fusion stuff. I think it's fun. Alright, next up, I got this game by Gary. Played as white. A nice miniature. Aw, that sounds delicious. Yeah, I love Mediterranean Middle Eastern food. One of my favorite places to go to is a place called Cafe Landwards in Toronto. And they do a great pan-grilled eggplant tahini dish. So, that place is great. Whoa! Love this. This rucksack is beautiful. Wait, has this game been... No, this game has not been submitted before. Wow. That rook sacrifice really carried the whole game. Bro didn't even need the bishop and the rook. The other bishop. Sorry, the other rook. Rook takes e6 is great. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen this before. I feel like you've played a game like this. But this is a great game as well. Alright. Radon. I told you earlier, you're getting kicked. You're officially kicked. Sacking the rook, and neither time could they capture it. Okay, next up, we got Stelha. I don't usually play Blitz. In fact, it was my second time trying Blitz. My castle was definitely getting attacked, but I not only overturned that with a brilliant move, I completely disabled my opponent's piece with my rook as well as other queen trait. Cherry on top was the ending, marching my pawn with a series of 6 checks, leading to checkmate on promotion. Never play f6! Oh my god. I know this game is by 491, so It's totally fine. Oh, that's a good move. Sorry. A 458 saw king e7 with 6 seconds. Sorry, 13 seconds. That's actually pretty crazy. That's pretty impressive. I'm really impressed by this 491. What the hell? I mean, the opponent definitely gave him the easiest pawn structure to play against, but I still feel like this 491 developed his pieces. Sorry, control the center. Developed his pieces. Got himself castled. Broke open in the center. Found this really cool tactic, which is basically a fork. Because if the king takes, they lose the queen. And then won a bishop. I mean, what's the accuracy on this game? Bro played with 84% accuracy. Found the brilliant move, bishop f7. Pretty good. Definitely one of the better 400 rated games I've ever seen in my life. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I just had 2 slices. I'm just a very, I take small bites for everything. Okay, next up, the 1200 strength. I played as black. Defeated in FM, got a lot of counterplay for a pawn loss. Clean game in the end. Alright. Oh. Couldn't take the knight because there was this pin. And you would lose your queen. Yoink. Nice. Once again, a really clean game. Do I really think it's a flex, though? I don't think so. I think the opponent played super passive. For 2300, this game doesn't impress me that much. I like kimchi, but only at certain times. I'm not like a kimchi muncher. I can't just eat kimchi. I do like the flavor of kimchi. Played as, okay, this game is a fail. Played as white. Lost to someone half my rating. My comfort food is always, butter chicken and naan. I ate so much butter chicken and naan when I was in university. And the habit has stuck. And then I went to LA for 2 years and never found a really good butter chicken and naan. This one place in Toronto called Tamasha is my go-to butter chicken and naan place. And I am in their top 3% of customers on Uber Eats or whatever. And I think I get their butter chicken probably once a month. There's always a year-end review where they're like, oh, you were in the top whatever percentage of this, and I am always in the top 5 at least. But yeah, they're great. Oh, Tamasha. I've never been in person. I don't know what it's like in person, but it's really good. I don't get discounts. They don't even know who I am. I've never been in person. Literally never. And I think one of the things I really like about this place is that you can tell that their butter chicken is like handmade. Well, not saying that butter chicken in general is not handmade. It wouldn't really make sense for it to not be handmade because you're not really making it for cheaper by. Okay, anyways, my point is they have variants in their butter chickens. Sometimes they've got like a little sweeter butter chicken, sometimes a little bit spicier. Some nights the chicken is like, sometimes it's too spicy for me, and I always put mild. So you can really tell. Like, I've been there so many times. I can remember some of the clearest butter chicken. Some nights I'm just like, bro, I can't have that. And then sometimes last week's was probably my favorite because it was both spicy and sweet, and I really like that. And then sometimes they don't put enough chicken in, and I'm like, bro, did you just run out of chicken tonight or something? And then last week, for example, it was so full of chicken, so incredibly full of chicken. So you can really tell that they're hand making their food. I mean, I've also ordered it there probably like 20 times, but it's really nice for reordering. There's a little bit of variance in their cooking. Which just means, once again, you can like... I should go fresh. I mean, I should probably go, but I'm lazy. And also, it's usually really late at night, and the purpose of comfort food is that I eat it at home. So... nice and valid. Yeah. Oh, just got checkmated. Nice little fail. Bro is literally half his rating. That's impressive. But it's not really inconsistent in a bad way. If it was inconsistent in a bad way, I wouldn't go back. It's always in a, oh, this is interesting. Or like, I haven't had this version before. What's the move after 92? 97? Yeah, just like Shore Castle. I mean, I think White's just winning in this position. Right? He's up pawns. The king is under attack. You got knight c5 incoming. This pawn's hanging. You can probably sack on c6. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think because there's so many Indian people in Toronto, the Indian food here is fantastic. I've heard that a lot from other people too. That Indian food in Toronto is really good. There's a high-end Indian restaurant in LA called Bar, like B-A-A-R, and it's relatively good. But I think for comfort Indian food, it's still Tamasha for me. Bye, Katsko. Okay, next up, we've got Shubham. Played as white black. Or Shubham. Was up a million pieces. It hung basic mate. In Oshawa? Nice. Oh, again and again. That's cool. Yeah, there's a restaurant called Bar, and it was really good. I like their lamb keema a lot at Bar specifically, but I still think the butter chicken was better in Toronto. So that just goes to show you how good the butter chicken is in Toronto. Also, we should look at this from Shubham's point of view. Damn. Well, I mean, the position's not looking too hot, so I don't know. This isn't exactly impressing me so far. I've never tried to make butter chicken at home. I think butter chicken is one of those dishes that I don't see it as worth it for me to make. Hand make, if that makes sense. I'm going to spend more on ingredients just so I can get the butter chicken flavor. Oh my god, bro. You did not just blunder checkmate. With 2 seconds left on the clock, you didn't just try to keep giving checks? Alright, that's definitely a pin. Yeah, I just don't think, like, if I'm gonna make butter chicken, I gotta buy butter, I gotta buy chicken, I gotta buy all the spices necessary to make a butter chicken. It's gonna be so much. Like, my bill is gonna be more than the $20 I can just pay to have a butter chicken delivered. Like, I also have to go find the spices. Buy a pre-butter chicken. I gotta go get ketchup. I don't even have ketchup. I mean, this game was wild for sure. Unfortunate for Shubham. Alright, next up, we got Luxo Lux. Played as white. The cleanest Blumenfield I've ever played. The first time I heard of Blumenfield, I definitely thought of the song Blumenfield, but... Do it on stream? Oh, I'm gonna make such a mess. But I definitely think that that is going to be hard. It's gonna take so much time. It's like 12 hours to make a butter chicken. You gotta get all the flavors in. I feel like butter chicken is one of the things that I won't like. It's true, Rainy Dog. A good butter chicken is definitely gonna bring me back to life. Even my dog didn't want to eat it. What are we gonna do for the other 6 hours then? Wait, is this a flex? What's happening this game? Sorry, I didn't look at this game properly for a minute, and the king is just on e5. Play League? True. Cooking and League stream. King just took a walk. This was so close to being a perpetual. What the heck? I actually don't know if I can pin this game as a flex. I think the opponent was super Pega for being a 2000 that just like moved their queen. I don't even understand what happened here with Black. Black just decided he doesn't care about anything in life and wanted to go capture a few pawns. The king walk is cool, but I don't know if it's that flexy. I mean, I do think it's more flexy than, I think it's more of a flex than Sledgehammer's game. So I'll pin it over at Sledgehammer. I mean, I can cook. I'm not exactly amazing at cooking, but I can follow basic instructions and cook HelloFresh boxes. Yeah, I mostly don't want to do the dishes, honestly. Doing the dishes sucks. And then I have a cat, and he gets in the way. And it's just so much effort, but I do think I want to cook. I do have a dishwasher, yeah. I would love to make more food. Exactly, brewing facts. Oh, thanks. Nice and valid. I just think dishes are annoying. Dishes are actually just annoying. They just kind of pile up after, and then yeah, anyways. I don't mind doing the dishes. It's just, I can't do it all the time. I do. I use the dishwasher once in a while. I agree with that. Oh! What's happening? Wait, is this by Black or White? Wait, sorry, this was a game by Black. My bad. Played with Black and kind of missed 29, knight takes e6 from opponent, then figure out that rook takes d4 and queen g6 are the other moves, and bishop g5 loses. I really like the defensive queen sacrifice, 31. h takes g6 is no option for white. Okay. I agree, Smashing On. Had to do laundry today? I gotta do laundry. I'll do laundry tomorrow. The way I do dishes is that I put everything in, run the dishwasher, and then I slowly use up everything in the dishwasher. And once everything is used up in the dishwasher and I have no more clean forks, that's when I need to do the dishes again. No, but seriously, that's literally how I decide when I need to do the dishes again. Oh, I have no more clean plates, no more, you know, cups. And it's definitely the same way I do laundry. Once I'm out of socks or underwear, whichever one is first, is the sign that I need to do laundry ASAP. First time I learned how to use chopsticks, I no clean forks left. No, but literally, that's just me. Or towels, or something. Like, I'm just like, oh, well, I don't do towels with my clothing because they are run at different speeds, I guess, but that's literally how I dictate. Oh, this is when I need to start. Exactly. Well, I wish I would have had the motivation to, like, wash the frying pan after I scramble eggs, but no, it just lies out. I do, actually? That's crazy. Rook takes d4 is such a nice move, though. So the reason rook takes d4 works is because if rook takes, for example, you've got bishop to f6, and you can just abuse this long diagonal. Having a fresh towel every time is the privilege I get when you get to a hotel. Queen g6, sacking the queen. Why not this, you might ask? Well, rook takes. Well, this is winning too. I think the other... Knight to d4. Bishop takes, rook takes, and then you get to promote a queen. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of a cool tactic. Do I think this game is a flex? Probably. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do I think it's enough of a flex to make it into Flex Friday? Probably not. It's still a really good game. We just have really tough submissions this week. Okay, next up. We got Guiseth, played as black, also known as Cronus, made a brilliant move according to the engine, take the opponent's queen, and then checkmate with rook and queen. My rating is low, but I posted to participate. Thank you. We have too many good games. We just have a lot of really good games this week. This is a double... Oh, nice! We love a nice little discovered attack coming in from the black pieces, capturing the queen. Wow, this is a great game for 459. Look at you guys fighting discovered attacks at 459. That's really impressive. At 3 minutes, this is a 3-minute game. Do I think this game is a flex? I really just have a problem with Luxo's game. Luxo's game is so close to a flex, but it's just not quite a flex. I think it's because he's higher rated and missed the checkmate. That's probably why. Alright, we're gonna pin Cronus's game for now, although it can be toppled by future flexes. It's true, all the games, when we have $100 on the line, I feel like $100 on the line is really when people try to, Whoa. What happened here? Also, this is against Ignemia. I hope they're doing well. They made our very first Flex Friday website. My first ever triple brilliancy. This is super random. Oh, same, AJ. If I'm down to my fancy wool socks that I never usually wear, it's time. It's fucking time to do laundry, man. Okay, brilliancy button was my Eric Rosen trophy. Oh, nice. A Rosen trophy on top of it. Once again, 467 rated games that are a flex are... Alright, that's a free rook, but no problem. No one cares about... What? How did you win this game? Oh wait, you did not play as black. You did play as black. I'm so confused. This can't be your game. This is just not your game. This is a game submitted by Anemia. Not submitted as a Flex Friday placeholder. I don't understand, but this is not your game, Mansour. If you want to fix your submission, please feel free to do so. But this can't be your game. This literally is not your... I've seen this game before. It's the Flex Friday sample game. You can't use the Flex Friday sample game as your game. I'm sorry. You have to actually send in your own game. It's like... I don't think it's a troll submission either. You know when you go on a website, and the website, when you press publish, has the Latin... like placeholder? Do you guys know about this? Have you ever designed a website where it just goes like the lopsum whatever? It's very, very, very typical. Like, yeah, the lorem ipsum phrasing. This is like that. This is literally just that. So, this can't be his game. I don't think the website is back up. I think they might have just accidentally submitted. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know any Latin. I just know it as lorem ipsum. Okay, next up, we got Delulu. Feel free to fix your submission and let us know, and then we can go back and check. Okay, I didn't ask for you to copy-paste the whole thing in it. Please. That should be a new copy pasta. You guys should just go use that and go paste it in XQC's chat. Just start pasting Latin in his chat. Anyways, okay, played as white. Use a series of attacks to set up my favorite combo. Kevin is just cosplaying Moobot. Don't worry. Yeah, but your submission is incorrect. You copy-pasted somebody's actual game. You just copy-pasted somebody else's game. I don't think you used your own game. Do I think this game is a flex, though? I mean, we got a discovered attack checkmate. It's kind of cute. It's so hard. I don't think I can pin this as a flex. Still really good, though, especially for a 700. Alright. Somebody submitted an old game from 2022 in Prague over the board, which is on flex just at the end because I was getting outplayed for move 1, but saw a really nice trick after 6 hours. I moved 85, which only worked out. I moved 91. We were the last game and my opponent had to laugh loudly after my trick. Sorry, this is a little bit... This file is cut off. Okay. Knowing that this is a classical game of chess is just making me click through the moves. I mean, black is completely winning. Being up 2 pawns in a queen rook endgame. This is such a long game. Holy crap. Okay, is anything going to happen in this game? I'm sorry. Nice! There we go! It worked! We got the stalemate trick in. I sadly have to tell you that I cannot pin this game as a flex because we went through a 91 move game for it to end up being a stalemate trick that led to a draw, which is still really cool. And mad props to you. And I bet it felt really good to finish this game after being losing for 6 hours on a draw. I think that's honestly really, really, really respectable. Like, I genuinely feel like I can feel the emotions from this game. And I wasn't even there. But I really can't. I just can't pin this game. It's just not enough of a flex. I'm sorry. It's still wonderful. Like, it would definitely be a flex if we had a special classical game submission. But we don't. We sadly don't. It just can't live up to the hype of, you know, a fast-paced. Yeah, really selective. Okay, next up, we got Mark. Played as white. Really accurate game. I like the pressure I kept on the opponent. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a really different type of submission. I think pairing it to go with the classical music background is also probably not the best way to get it to be exciting. I'm sure the music, the background track is also not helpful. Loki, you're listening to the stream on mute. You don't even have anything to say. Alright, this game is good. Not exactly a flex though, but good. Alright, next up we've got this game by Christomir, who played as black. I know there's only 8 moves. That would win a stalemate category for sure, yes. What's the category we had? Swindles. We had a swindles category once. That would have definitely... It would have done really well on swindles. But sadly, we do not have swindles this week. Okay, fair enough. Played as black. I know this is only 8 moves after my opponent rage quit, but I simply had to say it because I made my first ever brilliant move in your chess career. Alright, let's take a look. No worries. We'll take a look. Also, I'm gonna close the submission queue after this game because we've had a lot. If you have any troubles, the mods will help you. Oh my god! Wait! This is literally the same as Cronus's. That's kind of wild, actually. Look at that. Knight to f3. Knight to f3. You guys had matching brilliant moves this week. That's actually kind of cool. It's your only ever brilliant in your life? Aww. Well, I'm really glad you got one. It's literally the telepathy. Telepathy. Who copied who? Yeah. That's actually really funny. Seeing 2 exactly same niche tactics is kind of interesting. The same week. It's not like a smothered mate or something, which is just very commonly known. I've never really seen this knight to f3 discover attack winning a queen before. This is also part of the reason why, guys, you should be keeping your queen a little bit safe in the opening because you never know. Knight to f3, you could lose your queen. But unfortunately, Christomir, I don't think I can pin this game, but congratulations on your first brilliant. We do celebrate every little chess victory here, so. Might be a low elo thing. We should give it a name. Conversion evolution, literally. We should actually give this a name. I've never seen this tactic before. I'll think about it. Alright. We've got fails. But seriously, yeah, congratulations on the brilliant. We do have a very, very, very tough Flex Friday week this week. I'm just gonna drop that in my private Discord for ideas. Not my fault, it's not pinned, yeah. Okay. Where are we at now? We're at Boy Shack. Fail! I played as white. I almost my cleanest mother mate ever. I don't like the almost. It is a fail. Okay, that's not a good sign. Oh, Poschamp? Oh. I love that he did it anyways. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He just went full set. Yeah, you can't really smother mate if they have a queen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's pretty funny. Okay. Alright, that's getting pinned for sure. That is the worst smother mate I've ever seen. That's like the unsmothered mate. It's true, Boy Shack fails are really awesome. They're actually so special because I don't even know how your brain has to work to make a move like this or make a tactic like this. Oh, alright, well. Next up, we've got Magneto. I played as black and did a legendary gambit opening that led to a massive attack. For context, I lost many games to this opponent, got angry, and played fast. Here is a game link. Okay. Well, that smother mate doesn't work for a lot of reasons, but honestly, that should not be the focus here. Okay. Looking good so far. We got a pass pawn. This is a flex, so. The opponent just resigned? What? My 2200 opponents don't resign in these positions. The band gambit. Yeah, I just don't think this game is that much of a flex. I think it's a very clean game. I think you did a good job evading attacks on the queen side. On the king side, sorry, as you push your pawn for promotion on the king side. But I don't think it's exactly a flex. But I do think it's good. It's a good game. Oh, also I'm closing the queue, by the way. Locking the thread. Yeah, I mean, the exchange stack is the band gambit. I just... If clean games were flexes, I submit very different games, it's true. It was a good game. I mean, the time usage is actually really impressive. Using only 30 seconds, definitely impressive. Alright, next up, we got Furiously Fast. Honestly, a flex for finding the opponent and for all the fails in this game. Oh, is this me? Hilarious. We'll look at this from Furiously Fast perspective. I mean, I straight up blundered. I don't know why I didn't take it. That's very unfortunate. And then I got checkmated. I also just don't think this game is really a flex. Like, we got into this time scramble. Played knight, h takes g6. I could have just taken. There was nothing particularly impressive. I would say if anything, it would be probably more of a fail for me. So I just don't think that it's much of a flex for white. It's terrible on me to miss the H takes G6. I was pre-moving a little too fast. Yeah, but I'm not submitting a fail. No, it was just a time scramble. We had like 4 seconds, 5 seconds left on the clock. Happens in bullet or whatever. Next up, we got Hema, played as white, swindled, and got a clutch pawn Rosen trophy. I just don't think missing a single pawn capture, like when it comes down to 4 seconds, the game is basically 4 seconds each. It's basically a 50-50 either way. What happened this game though? Hema does not look like they're doing particularly well. Uh-oh. It is a skill issue. If I was better at bullet, once again, I wouldn't be 2400. I would be 2600. How the... Oh my god! You flagged? You flagged them? That's honestly kind of insane. With a second left on the clock as they had checkmate and won. Why you never took their knight is completely beyond me. But that is really, really dirty. I mean, that's great. I just don't think I can pin as a flex. It is very funny, though. So, congratulations, obviously, on the game. It's great. Alright, next up, we got... Yeah, Hema did a better job at flagging their opponent than I did in my last game, which... Crazy. Hema's just a bullet superstar. Hey, Drix, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 38th month. And unfortunately, yes, our submissions are closed this week. We have a lot of games. We still have a bunch of games to go through. Okay, next up. Played as white, got 3 brilliant, 1 in 18 moves. I'm just playing a DMCA free. Oh! It's the classics. I mean, okay, so this is really tough for me, right? We're playing the classic Greek gift. I feel like the Greek gift is extremely overdone. And at 2068, I 100% expect you to see bishop takes h7 followed by knight g5. It's almost like 3 fake brilliance. So I'm gonna let this one, leave this one up for chat to decide. Do you think this game is a flex? Yes or no? If this game gets pinned, it would be usurping Guiseth's game, who is only 400. So once again, we're keeping ratings in context. Also, the opponents, they're both 2068. Guiseth in his game, actually similarly to Kronos, as you guys saw earlier, found the discovered attack knight to f3, which is really cute, and then won a really clean game by rook lifting and then checkmating the exposed king. And in this game, we got Zoom sacrificing his bishop on h7, plays the knight to g5, plays bishop to g8, which is also really cool. Actually, gets the queen over to h7, and then taking on f7 would be a pretty checkmate. It is a pretty standard sacrifice, but I don't want a standard sacrifice. Oh my god, it's overwhelmingly no. Holy crap. All right. Well, chat has seen too many Greek sacrifices, I guess. We are no longer impressed by the Greek gift. We only get impressed by the Cyprus gift. So, keeping that in mind, we'll move on. Chat, you guys are ruthless. What the hell? That's so mean. I personally think it was still a really good game, okay? I still think it was a really good game. It is not gonna make the top 5. Unfortunately. Next up, we got Yu Huish. Played white, 1 in 17 moves. I was waiting for move 9 though. Good game, but not a flex is really real. Uh-oh. Wait, what happened in this opening? I'm so confused. I mean, I once again think this is a good game, but I also think the opponent just blundered a bunch of pieces in the opening. Or wasn't careful enough, I guess. Okay, next up, we got RF, played as white. My cleanest game ever. Right? Well... Hey, Gerbs. No, it's just a very comfy hoodie. Oh! Wait! We have seen this game before. We have seen this exact game before. I'm sorry, I can't include this. But we saw this game literally as I think it was the exchange sack week or something. Because I remember this exchange sack very clearly. Yeah, this game was full of 4 billet. Please don't submit games that we've already seen before. I know you have one game that's really impressive, but unfortunately, I am going to remember. Hey, Alvarez, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 21st month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, next up, we got Siddiqui, played as white. I actually don't think we've got enough fails. That being said, though, I think there's one game in the fails category that's going to win anyway, so I don't really know if there's a point in other fails. Not going to name any names. One of the games was really bad. I also don't think this game is quite a flex. I think you did well. I think this game was good. But not good enough. Yeah, it's because we ended up getting a bunch of people who resubmit games. Unfortunately, we can't have nice things in life. I don't want people to abuse the fact that I don't always remember games to make money. We want to make it as fair as possible. Okay, played as white. Checkmate opponent. Let's see it. Oh? Wow! Wait, this game is kind of cool. This game is actually sort of sweet. It is played by 2500, so once again it's a little tough. But I do really enjoy this little queen sacrifice over here with queen takes d5. I mean queen to d5. No, but that's literally what I said. The guys gave already won in the past. Like, I remember that, so. I'm gonna let chat decide. Does this game deserve to be top 5? I think it's super cool. Well, this is for $100, so $100 is a much bigger deal than a chess.com diamond. Oh, unlimited diamond though? It's probably close. I don't know. Unlimited diamond's worth a lot. I don't even know what a chess.com diamond for a year is. Yeah, the game I already won a Flex Friday in the past. I don't really, like I said, I don't really mind as much if I'm not going to remember your game whatsoever. Like, probably means that your game wasn't crazy. But I remember that game very clearly for winning Flex Friday, which is still, it's a really cool game. But I so clearly remember it winning. Yeah, exactly, Connor. So I just think that like, once again, yes, part of the reason that we host Flex Friday is so that broke-ass chess players can make some money playing chess or whatever. But let's also not abuse it and give a fair opportunity to everybody who participates. If you have a game that's like a really good category for one of the weeks, I probably won't mind that much. But let's not submit the same game if you already know I won one time. That's part of the strategy as well, right? Saving good games. Wait, what game is this? Sorry. Played as well as slow and steady checkmate by baiting your opponent with a few sacrifices. It's really close. I mean... Oh, I think Dragon Slayer played a great game. Yeah. If you guys can submit a different game every single week, that would be great. Thank you. Basically, TLDR. Good game. Not the flexiest. Unfortunately, this link doesn't work. Choco Stick. Illustrac. Played as black. A Botas Gambit leads to double bishop sacrifice brilliancies. Okay, let's see. A classic tie? Damn. What the heck? Why are we down a queen? Flip a coin on it? Oh. Oh, wait, this is great. You promoted your pawn? I really like that. I mean, this ended up being a really clean game by Reggie. It's not the flexiest flex, but it's still good nonetheless. I don't know what I'm going to do about the 50-50. Let me go through the rest of the games. Oh, this still doesn't work. You got to make your library available to everyone, by the way. He has 1700. I think it was a good game. Just not the flexiest. Alright, next up, we got this game by Crew. Played as black. I was not cheating, but played super well according to accuracy, and my opponent got banned. This is the best I've ever played in my life. Or you can just link directly to the game, yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is the best you've played in your life. I feel like you've done plenty of you've played plenty of games like this. I think you found some nice tactics at the very end here, but your opponent let you deliver checkmate. Literally. Like, this game is still a draw if the king just goes in the right direction. So I don't know if this is the best game you've ever played. I'm sus on that. Alright, next up, we got Eons. Played as black. Sorry, played as white. I think it's a flex of my opponent's title to me a good few challenges to beat them. And I played a good Alapin. Why did Diana not push up a single pawn in the middle of the board? Alright, I love Diana, but this was not her best game. Okay, let's look at Choco's game. people go brain dead in the lap in. I think it's because it's a Sicilian they haven't really seen before. Oh, this is pretty sweet. I mean, I think this is a really clean attack, an opposite bishop color, opposite side costling game, but the opponent takes on b4. I don't know, man. It's so tough. There's so many good games this week. Okay, I don't think this game is as much of a flex as the other 2500 game we had earlier, so therefore this game can't be considered for Flex Friday, but it is really close. It's really, really close. I mean, a couple of these games are insanely close. I mean, apparently you guys didn't like this one at all, which I think is fantastic, but okay, I understand it's the, you know, Greek gift. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. You did, and that's the important part. I mean, we always knew that this week was going to be the hardest Flex Friday for basically until the next time we have double prizes, so, you know. For everybody that did submit a game this week, I really do feel like I've seen some of your very best games. In fact, so good this week that I saw some of your best games twice. I think that one game with the 4 brilliancies that guy has submitted twice is still one of the best games of chess I've probably seen from somebody a little lower rated, but unfortunately it did win before already once. You can only win once with a good game. This was Beaston just played as black was the only. Oh. Huh. No, I don't think I can pin this game. I think the opponent really just, like, handed this win over to you with how underdeveloped they were and how fast you got your pieces. I think this one was very much... I don't agree. Okay, next up we got Loki, played as white. That was a mad bishop. Ooh, I really like this tactic. See, this tactic is super cool. Should have saved me flagging at 2400 for this week, yeah. I think bishop h6 is sick. This is also a really classic tactic though, and this is a rapid game. And bishop takes g7 is also, once again, a pretty generous, brilliant move. Like, what were you gonna do with your bishop once it's already on h6? But I do think this knight sacrifice is also really good. Sacrifice in quotation marks, obviously. I don't know. I think this game is really good. But it is rapid. It's a 15 plus 10 second game. Oh my gosh. Well, once again, does this game deserve to be pinned? Yes, no. We'll let chat decide. Alright, next up. 3 brilliant moves, but on a bot. Oh, we don't do bot games. I'm sorry. It has to be against a person. Has to be against a human being. Oh no, B9. Alright, white. Wow, this guy has Janna as his profile picture. You think they play Janna in League? Chat is kind of ruthless today. This is shaping up to be really tough to be a flex. You voted no yourself? Oh! But we found rook to e1. Damn, this game is crazy. This is why you should develop your pieces. So if rook takes e1, queen to f8 is checkmate. I mean, very close to checkmate. This is checkmate. But, I just don't think this game can be a flex. It's very much a black blunder. Chat's voting no again. Wow, chat. Okay, chat just doesn't think anything is a flex. I think this is really hard. I don't really know. I think it's really, really, really hard. There's some games that all deserve the 5th slot. And then there's also one game that I maybe Mansour fixed from earlier. I'll go back and check that. Actually, I don't see Mansour's submission. Did you remove your game? Oh, edit it. Okay, great. So here's actually Mansour's submission, not Anemia's. No, I was just saving the best for last, obviously. Played as black. What the heck? That didn't flip. That one no was yours? Bro, you could have made it in. Could have made it into the final 5 for Flex Friday if you didn't vote no on yourself. You must be the first person that votes no for their own game. Whoa. What the hell happened here? Bro, fumble the easiest victory for once. This is such a weird opening. Black feels really passive, but I really like e5. Don't you have e4 here? Or no, can you just take this pawn? I don't know why we're not taking the pawn. Anyways. Now he takes. This is definitely winning. Rook takes f3. Definitely a classic. Yoink. I mean, sorry, rook takes c3. Well, that's just a free knight. Why is chess.com giving a brilliant to a free knight? It's literally a free knight. Well, I guess the rook is still hanging, but you can't, I don't know. We already established that the rook cannot be captured. I don't understand why there's a brilliant move on this free knight. Chess.com brilliant moves are sometimes so weird. Okay, so all the brilliant moves happened after black was already winning. I don't know, man. It's really hard. It might honestly be that 2500s game. I think that 2500 played a really nice game with queen d5. I think that one deserves to be pinned. I want an Asian dad chess.com coach. Nice. Okay, it's going to be... I'm going to take out Cronus's game for that one. Because I do think Cronus had a really wonderful game. But in the spirit of Flex Friday, we got to give the games that have perhaps a little bit more all-aroundness to it. Where even is that game? Does anyone remember their name? Fudge. Shit. Where did the game go? No, literally, why just ignore defense and also ignore the fact there was a free, but I don't know. Chess.com does funny things, like I said. It was one of the last games we saw, right? No, this is 2000, 1800. Boy, Shaq. Huh. Not Sledge. I actually am having a hard time for finding this game. I think it was this one. No, it was not this one for sure. Wait, did we look at this one? Wait, we didn't look at this one. Played as black. Casual game. Missed this one. Yeah, we're keeping the one that had the tie. Okay, this is nice. I mean, it's a little cute little fork, cute little pin. Another pin. There's so many pins in this position. This is a pin. This is a pin. Alright, black just up a whole rook. Yeah, very nice game by black. Still not quite a flex. Not the flex I was looking for, that's for sure. It was a game played by white. I think it was this one. No, this is by 500. Definitely not this one. Maybe it was Alan? It was Alan. There we go, I found it. It's gonna be Alan in the top 5. We finally found it. Okay. If only Loki had not voted against its own game, he would have made it into Flex Friday. But, sadly, he voted against his own game. So he misses out on top 5. Worst beats of all time. Wait, do I have 6? Ah, yes. Okay. No, I don't have 6. I just had 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shubhams is baiting me as a flex fail, but it's literally just a fail. They're just scripting up. Okay, we're gonna go over all the games again, so you guys can remember which games deserve to be submitted for Flex Friday. I do think I'm gonna remove actually Eric's submission because this was a worse version of an Greek gift compared to the other Greek gift. So we're actually gonna go back and put Loki's game in, even though he fucked up it himself. I do think Loki's game was perhaps a little bit more worthy of a flex. Sorry, Rainy Dog, I literally just removed your games. I'm gonna rescue Loki because I think this game was actually deserving of a flex, and if it wasn't for himself being his own worst saboteur, he would have made it. So that being said, I do like a little, I'm gonna overrule the vote because I think he made a very big mistake. But yeah, there was literally one better Greek gift that we saw earlier, which got 3 brilliants. And that didn't even make it, so. He should go into fails for that. Honestly, look, this game, Loki's game, would have made it onto Flex Friday if he just didn't vote against himself. So, I'm just saying, the game was probably gonna make it. It's darn close, though. It's darn close. Alright, anyways. Which flexes did I like the most? I don't really share my opinions on that stuff, but now nobody will vote for Loki. Well, anyways, he's making it in. He's squeaking it in. But this game deserved to be on Flex Friday. This is a game by a 491. We are keeping ratings in consideration when we're doing Flex Friday because not everybody has played chess for the same duration of time, nor have they had the same resources. So we keep in mind your rating. And Stalha played a fantastic, fantastic game for 491. I don't even understand why he's a 491, but while his opponent is busy pushing pawns for no reason in the opening, Stalha does the thing. He controls the center, which is what you're supposed to do. Then he develops his pieces, which is what you're supposed to do. And then he gets castled, which is what he's supposed to do. And now that we're entering the middle game-ish phase, he finds d takes e5, opening up the center because the opponent's king is in the middle of the board. I would say he's at least 1,000, probably on a good day. now he finds this beautiful tactic, bishop to f7, which is technically a fork, because if the king takes the bishop, then you get a free queen. So bishop f7 attacks the king and the horsey. So really cute stuff. Oh shit, sorry. But yeah, bishop f7 is a really crazy move to find. The opponent also found king e7, which is another crazy move. And now Loki just converts this endgame extremely cleanly. I don't even know how else to put it. He just puts his rooks on the bottom file. Usually rooks are supposed to go on the 7th, but instead he puts it on the 8th, which is also fine in this situation because he gets all the free pieces. And now he's up 2 minor pieces. Goes for promotion, and he promotes and checkmates. This is a insane game played by a 491. Usually the 400 streets are way rougher than this, and I just gotta say, this guy absolutely demolished his opponent. Next up, we got this game by Karakas Pivarov, who played the Karo Khan with the white pieces, and once again, we've actually seen this tactic from him before, but rook takes e6 is always a fan favorite tactic because if the pawn takes, then you have queen takes g6. If the king goes to f8, then you have knight to e8 with checkmate. So after queen c7, queen to e4, rook takes e7, he is now up a piece. And he once again does the thing where he just checkmates. It's really cute. We love a good little rook checkmate. Tried and true. Next up, we got this game by Connor McChicken, who plays the Vienna as a gambit. And some really interesting stuff here happens with bishop takes f7, which earns him the brilliant, because if king takes f7, then the world is his oyster with knight to e5, king to e8, queen takes g4, and black is in all kinds of trouble with getting checkmated. Oh yeah, also sacked here for 2 different moves. But yeah, rook to f6, rook takes f6 is also another crazy move. Not a free rook. If the king takes, for example, you just have rook to f1 check. If the king goes back, then you can take this and then move to queen to e6. Or you can also play knight to b5, which is even more powerful. And after bishop f6, rook to f1 sacrifices the bishop on f7, but there's also no king takes f7 because of bishop takes d4, and then he wins this bishop on f6. So, all things considered, just another really wonderful game, and then knight to b5, just going for checkmate ideas. So yeah, just a really stellar game by Connor all around. And then he converts the game at some point. Getting the checkmate eventually with promotion. Next up, we got this game by Carlsbad, who also played wonderfully. In this Philidor structure, he manages to play the classic bishop to h6. A fun little move. Oh, shit. A fun little move that is very similar in idea to the Greek gift. However, in the Greek gift, you're sacrificing on h7 with your bishop for a pawn. In this case, he plays bishop to h6, double exclamation mark, with a similar idea that if g takes h6, then you've got queen takes h6, followed by ideas of checkmate. And the bishop goes here, then you have queen to g5, king to f6, queen takes f6, and this is super duper winning for white. So that's why black cannot take on h6, instead plays bishop f8. Not a problem for Carlsbad because he plays bishop takes g7. Once again, double brilliant move. Plays queen g5, threatens checkmate. Black tries to defend, so he gets his piece back, and he is absolutely winning this endgame. In fact, finds knight to e7 with the fork. Oh, but black can take. But then you go, oh, well, I can fork you again, and now black is forced to take, losing a rook. So a nice little distraction tactic there as well from Carlsbad. Another wonderful game, and leaves him being up in exchange for this endgame, which he comfortably converts into a win. Exactly, Seppi. Last but not least, we have this game by Nigel Dwarf, who played a close Sicilian and ends up castling on opposite sides with his opponent, launching a queenside attack while his opponent launches a kingside attack. And I think this game is a very clear example of how to attack without necessarily using all your pawns. Chase the king into the middle of the board, plays pawn takes c4, and you might think in this position, well, black is up a piece, how does white checkmate? Well, no problem. Queen to d5 leads to checkmate with a pawn, which is kind of cool, with all the knights covering the black escape squares. Which is another great example of why, like, I don't know, checkmates can sometimes be so unexpected. This is just one of those really unexpected checkmates, I would say. I actually didn't realize that's what his name is a play on, so I like it. Alright. Who deserves best... Who deserves $100 this week? Basically. We have Stalha. We have Gary. We have Connor. We have Carlsbad. And we have Nigel Dwarf. Okay, make sure you guys are voting. You only get one vote. Go vote. Chat, 4 billions. Waiting for the day someone submits a game with 5 billions. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. Wow, it's actually really, really close. Damn. Communism is not working, huh? It's kind of crazy. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you are voting. It's 15-10 for the lead. Whew. A pretty split vote this game, yeah. Oh! Smashing 9? Okay, got it. I'll VIP Smashing 9. Thank you. Smashing 9 VIP for a month. Which reminds me that I think Gary is losing his VIP. Finally, now that I remember. Oh my god! It's going to be 19-19 at the very last second for Stalha and Nigel. This is crazy. We do love a tie, however, does mean that we're gonna have a vote off. Who deserves $100 more? We don't do splits here. Well, we can't make them play against each other. They have like a literal 2,000 rating diff. Two very different games, I think. But if you guys want to vote, losing both VIP and Flex Friday in span 30 seconds must be tough. Yeah. Trial by combat. Sounds good, Connor. Sounds good. I mean, I think your game was really good. I think this was just a really hard week. Honestly. Super duper hard week. But we're going to have a quick vote off. So if you guys would like to place your votes again, please go place your votes between Stalhar and Nigel. Whoever you think deserves Flex of the Week. Whoever you think deserves Flex of the Week more. Stalha was the 491 that played a spectacular game, clean from start to finish, found bishop f7, which is great. Nigel was the 2500 who found queen to d5, sacrificing the queen and checkmating the king on c6. Two very different games, two very different ratings, very different backgrounds, but that's the beauty of Flex Friday. You guys get to see that no matter what your rating is, whatever rating you are at, you can play a good game of chess. So yeah. We do this every Friday. Some Fridays have a bigger prize pool than other Fridays, like this week. This week has a bigger prize pool of $100, and next week is going to be back to $50. At least I'm not the guy who beat Magnus and couldn't understand that chat isn't the place to make games. I don't know why people just don't read the instructions. It's not that hard. Just gotta submit in the Discord. There will be conditions. They're not always opening conditions, but there will be conditions. It's really close though. Oh my god, 22-21. Damn. Stalha, our 491, is going to win this week's Flex Friday with 22 votes against 21. This was honestly such a tough week. Obviously, I don't even know if either of these guys were in chat voting for themselves, but if you were, your own vote, your self-vote, might have been the winning vote. But I do hope you guys all enjoyed this week's Flex Friday. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for participating. And I think this is a really good reminder to everyone that no matter what your rating is, you can still win Flex Friday. We do judge your games based on your rating and not on... Well, We also judge it based on how good it is, but you get my point. So yeah, congrats on your $100. Give your PayPal to one of the mods, to actually Kevin, please, and he'll get it sent over. Thank you. It's a good opportunity to show off your games and make some cash and all that. But this week was really insane, so yeah, a lot of really high quality games. We actually ended up having a really good selection of games, I think. Alright, now for the fails, which we only have 4 of? We only got 4 fails submitted, period. Which is wild for a week where prices are doubled. A lot of you guys would have had a much better luck at winning a cash prize if you had just submitted for the fails category. But instead, we only had 4. So here we got a game by Pop Hello, who is 597. And honestly, I don't even know if this game is that much of a fail because you're 597. You don't submit fails because rating too low. Yeah, it's tough. But I do think that this game was played very, very well by Black, who was completely winning for most of the game. Until they decided that they no longer want to win. Like, it's still winning even after giving up the extra piece. It's still winning even losing this pawn. It's still winning even exchanging off the rooks. It's still winning being up 2 pawns playing this endgame. And then, of course, he still made it. So, yeah, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, next up, we got this game by Boyshak, who submitted a game played in London, as he does. And in classic Boyshak fashion, he was, you know, doing totally well and totally fine in the game. He was up in exchange. And then at some point in the game, he decided he was going to go for a smothered mate. But alas, it is not really a smothered mate. And instead, he just... I don't even know, man. I don't even know. This is the saddest smother mate I've ever seen in my life. I love that he just resigned himself to his fate. And just went for it. Bro had a ChatGPT hallucination. Why? I don't know why. I wish he could tell you. Next up, we got this game by Shubham, who's very high rated, played an excellent game. Once again, a lot of these games are actually really good to start, but that's why they're fails, because at some point they go less well. So he's down in exchange, but he has really strong pawns, and in fact, he is going to be pushing them for the win, potentially, which just goes to show, like, you know, having active play is so important. So he promotes a queen, is up a whole queen, and then decides to blunder checkmate and 1 after missing checkmate and 1 himself. So yeah, the classic, the good old. He spent 0 time, 0. Went from 20 seconds to, sorry, it went from 21 seconds to 21 seconds. He just pre-moved. Last but not least, we got Pranav over here, who once again played a very, very good game at the start. And then, once again, a lot of these games, I'm just like, he even found the beautiful knight takes f7 discovered attack. Looks like he's about to checkmate Black, and then just decides that he doesn't want a castle and gets himself checkmated in 1. So yeah. You guys can vote on who deserves $50 this week. We got Pop Hello, Boyshak, Shubham, and Pranav. And during this time, we're gonna vote on, or not vote, we're gonna spin the wheel on what our next... Oh! Wait, I know what it's going to be. It's gonna be openings. Wait, are we doing... How many Flex Fridays do we have left? So we got one more Flex Friday next week before the World Championships. Oh, there's Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. I was gonna say, because it's almost the World Chess Championships, we should be doing openings that are in the World Chess Championships. Openings that have been played in the World Chess Championships. I'm just trying to think now. Who's like, I would do openings played by Ding, but Ding hasn't really had a good year, so it's like, maybe openings played by Gukesh and Ding. I really appreciate the AI overview. It's true, World Championship openings include almost everything, so I want to narrow it down a little bit more. I thought it was only average bat this week. I actually thought your game was hilarious. Hilarious. No, Gukesh is 18 years old. Thank God he has not played in the previous World Chess Championships. That would be crazy. Openings played last World Championship would probably be really good. Ding tactics for fail Friday submissions? No. Okay, but Magnus is not even in this World Championship. What about Fischer versus Spassky World Championships? What openings were played between Spassky and Fischer? Man, these are some old ass openings though. Nobody wants to play the Sicilian Rouser. Nobody. No, but like these are literally the openings I used to play as a kid. The Sicilian Sozin, the Rai Lopez Breyer, the Exchange Rai. Okay, yeah, no one's playing that. This was literally 52 years ago. We might need something a little bit more modern, guys. Those are so old. Yeah, we can pass on that. I have no idea. Yeah, Boyshak has won this. I'm not even gonna look at this poll. Congratulations, Boyshak, on winning your 50 bucks. Kevin Blanca's favorite openings. Okay, what about... Oh my god. In honor of World Chess Championships, what about openings played by the first ever World Chess Champion, Steinitz? I like that one. What openings did Steinitz play in chess? I'm asking ChatGPT. Oh, you guys can play Vienna. Oh, there's a Steinitz defense in the Ray Lopez. I'm not going to force you guys to only play that. It's a very boring line. Oh, there's also a Steinitz variation in the French defense. Jeez, uncultured. I mean, if it's called Steinitz defense, I think he probably played it, yeah. I feel like that's probably very, very reliable. I think that's fine. Okay. Steinitz openings. know. There's a whole chess.com article on this. Okay, so there's two different Steinitz defenses. One in the French, one in the Rue Lopez. Apparently he also played the Vienna. And the Italian. And the King's Gambit. There, you can play the improved Steinitz. Honestly, these openings are not inspiring me at all. Oh, there is? He has a database on chess.com. Does he have a chess.com profile? No, he does not. Wow, he really did play a lot of Vienna, though. And King's Gambit. Alright, I feel like that's not gonna fly. What else could we do? Let's just do openings played by Gukesh. It's fine. Openings played by Gukesh or Ding. Oh my god, wait, this is crazy. Look at this ChatGPT prediction. In 2024 World Chess Championships, which is in 10 days, by the way, Ding Liren opened with a line in Italian against Gukesh in the first round. I love AI. Maybe that's actually what they will play. That would be so crazy. Maybe AI is just predicting the future. Who leaked the script? I mean, now we all know what's gonna happen. Why even have a Flex Friday anymore? I mean, sorry, why even have a World Chess Championships anymore? We already know what's gonna happen in the World Chess Championships. Obviously, it's going to be an Italian against Gukesh in the first round. That's so funny, Uncultured. Alright, well, it's gonna be Gukesh or Ding openings, so... yeah. Google reads into the future these days. Wait, is this not AI generated? He literally said this? Profound. But at the end of the day, a match is a match. It's between two players. Well said, sir. Well said. I love that. Okay, guys. Ding or Gukesh openings. You can use any database there is in the world to find what openings they've played, but it will be pretty free. As a general sort of blanket of openings, Gukesh plays a lot of d4. So if you're submitting a game with e4 saying, oh, Gukesh played this, you better be providing me with proof. But yeah, I'm sure they play a lot of openings. Oh, thanks. All the openings they play. Basically anything flies. Almost anything flies. But Ding does not play a lot of e4. And he definitely doesn't play the Vienna. So if I see you submit a game with the Vienna, you're disqualified automatically. He also does not play the King's Gambit. He only plays Knight f3. Thanks. Alright. To make it a little harder for you guys, only openings they play as white. Does that make sense? So, for example, if Gukesh has played against the Vienna as black, I don't want to see that shit. So only openings they've played as white.
The Ruffles does not fly. The Hippo does not fly. The Vienna does not fly. I'm pretty sure they're not playing the Caro, so that does not fly. No Ruffles, I know. If you play the Vienna, that's not gonna be counted. Yeah, it's Boy Shack, Kevin. It's Boy Shack. That is actually correct. You have to be white. No, that's not correct. The idea of this is that you can't submit a game that you've seen Gukesh play with the black pieces and somebody played the Vienna against Gukesh and you playing with the white pieces saying that you played that opening. That they played that opening. Does that make sense? Because it's not a two-way street. If you can submit a game that you played as black, but for example, you can't be like, okay, as with the black pieces, you have a very different approach for openings. Because you're just defending. You have to play the same side they did. Exactly. Thank you, Oro. Pikachu. Hey, Wolfenhauser. Thank you so much for the 4 months. It is true. That is a little confusing. Maybe we just set a few specific openings that you guys can play. Alright, you know what? What openings were played last World Championships? No, I really want to do it this way. I really want to do it so that... Alright, you know what? Yeah, I remember. You can only submit games with white. I think that's fair. Because otherwise, like I said, I don't want to see you submit a Vienna and do like a whole 1-8, like, trying to justify that. Has to be an opening they played. So it just has to be played with the white pieces. Has to be one of these moves. Starting moves that Ding has played. Has to be one of these moves that black has played. Nobody with black pieces is playing a move like h6. If your opponent goes d4, h6, I don't want to see that. Does that make sense? If they go knight f6 though, that's fine. If they go d5 though, that's fine. If they go e6 though, that's fine. You can even submit games where you start out as e4. It's not like Ding hasn't played any of this. But you definitely can't go g3, move 2. You can't go f4, move 2. You can't go knight c3, f4, move 2. You have to play knight f3, move 2. Holy crap! That is not a good score for Ding, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be that strict. If you start out here and you decide to play like bishop b5 or bishop c4 and your opponent does something completely wild, I'm not going to like not allow that. But I definitely do not want to see move 2 deviations. If you're playing e4 and they play e5, you have to know you have to play knight f3. If they play c5, you also have to play knight f3. Ding has not played anything else. On Gukesh's side, does Gukesh even play? Gukesh has played barely any e4. I just want some honest effort. He also has not played Vienna, so no Viennas, no Italians. Sorry, no Viennas, no King's Gambits, no center Gambits, no second move c4 shit, no d3, no nothing. None of this, none of this. Only knight f3, move 2 on e4, if you're really determined to play e4. For d4, I think there's a lot more flexibility. And we can link these two explorers in. But yeah. And never play f3, f6. No garbage gambits that Levy probably recommended once. Exactly. It's honestly probably going to be way more of like a no garbage gambits Flex Friday than it is going to be an openings played by World Chess Championships. No garbage openings. That means no ruffles, no cow. This is the anti-HEMA Flex Friday. GG's. Exactly. But I think you guys understand. Okay. No moving f-pawn before move 12. Play some proper openings, please. This is really just like a quality opening test. Are you able to play a quality opening? Yes? No. That's it. No. Well, we're gonna link you guys both of their opening trees. It is gonna be a little bit boring, but in the spirit of good chess, we'll make you guys play a little good chess too. I'm a Spanish one trick. I only like the Spanish. Openings played by either Ding or Gukesh. No garbage. Well, I mean, I don't know if they've played garbage openings. I guess if they have, it's fine. But it's, these two. I'll drop it off in our mod channel. It's just a chess.com explorer. If you can find other games, I don't mind, but these two are gonna be the one that you guys can just click on. Really quick. Basically, all you gotta know is that Spanish is allowed and all D4 openings are allowed. Like, every single D4 opening is allowed. They both play a lot of D4. And then it's Spanishes and Italians, other than D4 openings. But just try something a little proper. Try a proper opening. Find out what happens when you play something proper. You'll have much more flexibility when you play D4. I don't think King Modern Defense. I don't think either plays Modern Defense. Okay, thanks Loki. That would be great. That would be really helpful. If they play D5 and move 2 is F3, I'm not counting that shit. I'm sorry. You have C4, Knight F3, Bishop F4, and Knight C3 in this position. 4 very proper moves. If it's anything else, I won't accept it. Don't sneak in F3. You have a lot of choices. They play a ton of stuff, and then you can also check the other guys' openings. But I just want people to practice some good chess. Okay, well, it's time for some poker. Hope you guys had a good time for Flex Friday. Alright, thanks, Loki. And then, oh yeah, I also gotta close YouTube stream. YouTube stream, feel free to hop over to Twitch. Alright.